Hi there, Doug Hasty, Down to Earth Golf. This video is for people that are getting better at iron play. There's a couple more things I want you to understand. The first is about low point. So every swing I take is going to have a bottom to it. It's going to have a lowest point, right? The club is going to come down, and eventually it's going to get to its lowest point or bottom, and then it's going to come up. Okay? So the reason we put our ball position that 1 or 1.5 club lengths or club head lengths inside my front foot is because usually your low point is going to be where that's a straight line in an ideal world. You know, that's vertical, so obviously the club is higher, 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 and then it's going to get to its low point there or bottom out there and then come up. Well, if that's where I'm set up, that means the low point is going to be right about there, a good 2 or 3 inches in front of the ball, and that's okay. That's where you want it. I want you to understand that that's where the low point of the swing is, okay? Your low point of your swing is not at the ball with an iron. It's in front of the golf ball. And if we want our low point to be at the ball, then we move the ball. You don't try to move your low point. I want you to try to keep your low point as consistent as you can. So on that same theme, I want you to understand that this is not the center of my swing. When I turn, this is not the center. This is the center. Basically your logo of your shirt, I don't have a logo on here. Basically with the logo of your shirt or your left breast, if you're a right-handed person, that's the center of your swing, not your breast, not your spine, not your breastbone, okay? So when I turn back, if this was the center, it would look something like this, okay? And that's a hard way to control that low point and get that low point where we want it. What I want you to do is picture this is the center of your swing. That's where you're turning around. And when you watch good players, you'll notice that, especially in the modern day swing. That's the way they turn. Not that. There's no moving back. If you're confused about weight transfer or weight shift, I want you to think of it this way. You start with about 50-50 with a 7-iron, okay? 50% your right foot, 50% your left foot. Best players in the world, they get to the top of their swing, have about 75% of their weight on their back foot. It's only 25% more. It's not very much. You don't need to switch it back like this or to get all your weight in your back foot. It's just causing you problems. Speed in the golf swing comes from rotation, okay? Yes, we drive forces into the ground and all that kind of stuff, and yes, if you want to get into ground reaction forces, we can talk about it. But those are really only to help with our rotational forces, okay? So, there, that's the top of my swing. Don't confuse that, okay? This is the center of your swing, not your breastbone. Okay, one more thing to talk about. The other thing that I want you to understand is a little bit about what we used to call ball flight laws. Basically, what happens with the impact or the separation of the ball from the club? What causes what? Okay, I've got a 7-iron in my hand. So this yellow alignment stick is my target line. What I want you to understand is if we assume a pretty centered hit here, we can get into toe and heel hits later, but let's assume a pretty centered hit. We've got 2 things really to consider: the starting direction of the ball, and then whether it curves or not. Okay? That's called the tilted spin axis. Don't worry about that if it doesn't make sense to you. First of all, the starting direction. Starting direction, the latest numbers I've seen, about 75 to 80% of the starting direction with a 7-iron, maybe 70%, but somewhere in there, will be caused by the angle of the club face when it makes contact. So if that club face is pointed to the right a little bit, that ball is going to start to the right. It's pointed to the left a little bit, the ball is going to start to the left. Okay? Got the camera here. Okay, so square, it's going to start right at the camera. It's going to start there. That's going to start there. Okay? Keep it, if you want to keep it simple, you can just think of it that way. Okay, whether the ball curves in the air or not depends whether that club face is square to the path of the club when it makes contact with the ball. So it has nothing to do with your target line. Forget about the target line right now. The curve of the ball depends on whether that club face is square to the path. If it's square to the path, that ball is going to fly straight. If the club face is open to the path, that ball, for a right-handed golfer, is going to curve to the right or hit a fade. If the club face is closed to the path, then that ball is going to curve to the left or a draw for a right-handed golfer. All right, so let's talk about how we hit draws and fades then. So if I want to hit a draw, the starts to the right of the target and then curves left coming back, right-handed golfer. That would mean the club face would actually have to be a little bit open to the target line. Okay? So the club face has to be pointed that way because I want the ball to start to the right. But it needs to be closed to the path, which means the path has to be coming from what we call the inside. We call this the inside, we call this the outside. So if that path is coming from the inside, now that club face, we put it this way. Now at impact, that club face can be open to the target line, but closed to the path. Okay? That produces a draw that starts to the right and comes back to the target, which is what we want. What if we want to hit a fade? Well, that club face would have to be closed to the target line at impact, and it would have to be open to the path. So there's closed to the target line, but open to that path. Ball would start to the left and curve back towards the target. Okay? So simplify things a little bit. If you're having problems where the ball starts, its starting direction, then we want to look more at the club face and what it's doing, because that determines starting direction for the most part. If you're having problems with the ball curving in the air, then we want to look at your path and what that path is doing, because that's really going to cause the curvature of the ball. Hope that makes sense. Let's do that one more time. Club face is starting direction, path is curvature. The less loft you have, even more that is true. The more loft you have, a little less that's true. If you're having problems with starting direction and path, then come see me. Good golfing.